Winter has many faces. Implacable and harsh, fascinating and beautiful. It demands peak performance from nature, but many animals adjust to the cold and ice astonishingly well. The world seems enchanted, but all it really is water, ice, frost, or snow. Even the otherwise rough and ready wild boars seem to fall under winter's romantic spell. A pack consists of females only, called sows, and their young. Males or tuskers live alone and are only allowed into the pack during the mating season. The social cohesion of the group is strong, and the females enjoy tender physical contact. Special relationships often arise between them. The squirrel set up provisions in autumn and can now enjoy his stores. He's hidden hundreds of nuts in crevices in the trees or in the ground. Now he just has to find them again. It's got to be here somewhere. No, that's just a clump of frozen earth. Ah, but finally. For animals and plants, the winter is by far the hardest time of the year. But despite this, many waterfowl stay in Central Europe. Most coots choose not to fly south to warmer climes. As long as there are still ice-free lakes, they can find enough algae, water plants, and small creatures underwater. It may be cold, but plumage still needs grooming. And an icy shower can't hurt. The heron is only interested in fishing. It pays no attention to the excitable coots. Coots aren't the best at flying, especially as taking off from the water doesn't always work out well. But they are excellent divers. With a perfected nosedive technique, they resurface automatically as they're very light. Their dense, oiled plumage protects them from the icy water like a wetsuit. They're actually quite peaceable, but not when it comes to food. It's all a bit much for the heron. But they soon make up again and carry on diving for food. The damp mist rising from the surface of the water settles on plants and vegetation in fragile ice crystal. This hoarfrost forms whenever icy temperatures, wind and high humidity occur together. That's when delicate filigree ice structures form on umbels, twigs and fruits. The frosty lace always forms towards the prevailing wind. For animals, the snow can be an enemy, cold, impenetrable, burying everything beneath it. Despite everything, deer are well protected against the cold and snow. In winter, their coat is shaggy, with a thick layer of woolly hairs growing underneath the long, stiff outer bristles. This insulates so well that almost no body warmth escapes. Even the snow falling on their backs stays there without melting. So they can ruminate in peace. No matter how cold it gets, the white-throated dipper heads for the water in any weather. But it never gets wet. It also oils its plumage carefully and emerges from the water absolutely dry. A great advantage when foraging for food in an icy stream. The lynx's coat gives it excellent protection against the cold, like all other animals active in the winter. It also works as camouflage, making it almost invisible in the forest. Lynxes were almost extinct in Central Europe, but thanks to strict conservation measures and resettlement projects, they're slowly returning. With its long legs and broad, hairy paws, the feline predator walks almost as if wearing snowshoes, so it can even prowl its hunting grounds in deep snow. Many animals are surprisingly well adapted to harsh winter conditions, including the otter. The cold doesn't worry him. His thick coat insulates excellently, allowing not a single drop of water to penetrate to his skin. This is due to a dense mesh of hairs that, like a zipper, are closely interlinked. Like the dipper, he can close his nostrils and ears. This enables him to stay underwater for up to 8 minutes, hunting fish, crabs or mussels. As long as he can find streams and rivers that are clear, full of fish and don't freeze over, the otter can survive even in the chill of winter. It gets more difficult when temperatures remain below 0 degrees centigrade for a long time. Even a waterfall can freeze over if it's cold for long enough. Layer by layer, ice is deposited on the icicles until all the water simply stops flowing. The world seems to stand still. frozen in an icy moment in time. The coots' lake is also almost completely frozen over. For the birds, that means cold feet. They have a special circulatory system, the so-called wonder net, that keeps only the body warm. The feet stay cold. This prevents their feet from melting the ice and trapping them when it freezes again. Added insulation is provided by their plumage, which they wrap around their feet. It makes standing up a bit difficult, though. Their webbed feet are not ideal for walking on frozen water at all. And they have to keep moving, just a little, in one direction or the other, another precaution against getting stuck to the ice. If the runway is frozen too, it all gets very tricky indeed. In the forest, the trees' branches seem to groan under the weight of the snow. It's not easy for animals to find enough to eat in deep snow. But for one animal, snow poses no hindrance at all. Wild boars have very powerful snouts. As long as the ground beneath the snow isn't frozen, they have no problems getting at their food. They are omnivores, constantly on the lookout for prime spots in which to dig for food. The forest floor provides them with plenty of roots, bulbs, worms, and occasionally even a mouse. Their menu is varied from time to time by a bit of pine greenery. But foraging is tiring work. Really tiring. There are many strategies for getting through the winter. Especially important during periods of food shortage, saving energy and conserving strength. Roe deer also move as little as possible. The more so as foraging in deep snow is laborious. But sometimes speed is needed to flee from enemies. Not all animals survive the winter. But one animal's death ensures survival for others. The roe deer will help the lynx get through many days. Buried under the snow, the carcass is well hidden and stays fresh, almost like being in a fridge. Snow and ice also have their advantages. The crows would definitely enjoy a tasty bit of chilled roe deer. They're omnivores too. Seeds, berries, rubbish, or even carrion, these birds aren't fussy when they forage. This is also a way of surviving the hardship of wintertime. Humans can shelter in their warm houses, but when winter has its frosty grip on the world, animals must become true survival experts.